Hello, Jerry Stevenson here. A lot of people watched my other video about fake cowboy hats versus real cowboy hats. And notice where I put the comma there. I wasn't talking about fake cowboys, I was talking about fake cowboy hats and real cowboy hats. But anyway, a lot of people said, why don't you do one on etiquette? And so I thought I would. Uh, First rule of the hats is you don't touch another man's hat. You don't uh, mess with it. And little boys think it's funny, but they should be taught to not go up and knock someone's hat off. They'll slip up behind them, knock their head off. That is not very funny. They need to be taught not to do that. And while you're teaching them that, teach them not to ever mess with another feller's billfold. Billfold, we call them billfold, wallet. Don't mess with another man's wallet either. And that goes for the ladies too. Ladies, don't come up and mess with a guy's hat. A lady come up to me one time. I was in Nashville, and she come up and she just grabbed my hat before I had time to stop her. And so I let her go, and I thought, well, okay, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. And so in a little bit, I seen her over there. She had my new Stetson straw, and she was breaking it over like Brad Paisley's, like those kind that I don't like. She was doing that to it. Boy, I ran over and got my hat back, of course. Now, one thing you need to learn to do, if you choose to do, is to tip your hat to the ladies. When you go by, you don't have to necessarily take it off. You can just tip it or raise it up a little bit like that right there and acknowledge them. Now, but it's different if she's being introduced to you. If she's introduced to you, then you might want to take your hat off like this. Hello, how are you? And another thing, if you go to shake her, don't go to shake her hand. Let her extend her hand out if she wants to shake. That's just the manly thing to do. A man should never offer his hand to a woman unless she offers it first. She may not want to shake your old hand. She may not want to shake any guy's hand. She may not. If she does, she will extend her hand. Always watch for that. She'll extend her hand. And when she does and you shake it, don't give her that old firm man handshake like you're some big tough guy or something. Treat her gently. Just give her a good handshake like that. But don't try to squeeze her fingers and anything like that. So always wait for her to reach out first. Now you cowboys are very respectful to women. They always have. They picture them in the movies as tough and cussing and going on all this stuff. But no, the cowboys that I grew up around in the 50s and 60s, they were very respectful to women. My dad, they tell me he only had 2 fights. One of them was for a guy cussing in a restaurant in front of a bunch of women and children. And he asked him a couple of times to quit doing it, and the guy wouldn't do it. And so my dad give him a little education there, and then him and my uncle, which was a much bigger fella, he was a steer wrestler, he helped my dad, and they proceeded to put him out the front door. And I was about 2 years old, and I was sitting with my mother at that time. I don't remember it. I got that secondhand from my older brother. So that hateful or vulgar language, if you use it in the comments to me, I'm not going to answer you back. We're getting off the subject of the hat a little bit here, but I'm not going to answer your vulgar language back. If you're doing it to pick a fight or to be hateful or something, I'm not going to. We got an old saying for that, and it's if you wrestle with a hog, you're going to both get muddy, but he's going to enjoy it. So we're going to stop it right there. I'm just not answering you back. Now, another time to take your hat off is going into someone's home. When you're entering to their private house, their home, you want to hold your hat in your hand. When you get inside, the homeowner, he'll tell you where you can put it, or he may offer to put it away for you. If you don't want him touching it, you can just say, I'll hold it. If you don't mind, that would be about the only time you touch another man's hat, is to go put it up for him. Now, it's bad manners to lay it on the bed. Some people say they don't know why. I'm going to try to explain that to you why. I hope this is right. When the cowboys had come in from a long cattle drive, they weren't exactly the cleanest and most hygienic people in the 1800s and the early 1900s. They say it's unlucky to lay it on the bed. Well, it was to keep people from doing it, because your head lice and your hat might get off on the bed, and vice versa, the bed bugs might get on your hat too. So I don't believe in luck, but it's just kind of mannerly. It's kind of took on a mannerly turn too. So don't lay it like that. I leave mine on when I go into a big store. Of course, Tractor Supply, Sheplers, all those stores like that. But a big store, a stadium, a bank, etc., commercial buildings, most guys leave their hats on, of course. And if everyone else is wearing a hat inside, then it's probably okay. There's so often somebody's home and they say, well, don't wear one while eating. Well, that's really in a private home. If you're eating in a restaurant, there's not like it used to be. There's not hat racks hanging up. And if you took up a chair, then you'd be taking up somebody's seat or something. So there's usually no place to put it in a restaurant. So most guys nowadays, they eat on it with a restaurant. Now, another place is place of worship. I hear some do, but personally, I would never wear a hat in a place of worship. So y'all don't have to comment about that. I'm just saying I would never do it. And I know some do. Then there's the seasons. They say when to wear a hat. Well, Memorial to Labor Day, you only wear a straw. Well, forget that, because when it's hot, you wear a straw. When it's cold, you wear a felt. Down here in the South, we don't have those seasons like that. We don't have too many days it's cold enough to do that. But another time you can wear a felt, even in the summer, is you wear one for formal dress, like you've gone to a really fancy party or a wedding. Maybe it's a bunch of the guys are cowboys that got married. You do that, wear it for a wedding. Evening wear, late for evening, a nice dinner with your girlfriend, wife, you may want to wear a hat. And then if it's just the two of you, you got a place to put your hat over in the chair. But and even in the summer, you can wear this. If you really dress up, you can wear a felt. A felt just looks dressier. So there's some times to wear it. Some commented to me, well, you're not a real cowboy. There wasn't sweat stains on your felt hat. Well, yeah, that's good. I didn't want felt stains on my hat. That's gross. And when it's hot enough, I'm going to be wearing a straw hat. And if I'm doing a messy, dirty job, and I think I want to really be sweating, I might even be wearing a cap. I wear a cap sometimes too. And yeah, I don't wear a felt hat when it's hot. That's why my hats last as long as they do and they're not sweat stained. Some say put your hat upside down when you put it down, or you'll pour your luck out. Well, we ain't believing in luck. My daddy didn't believe in luck, and I wasn't trained to believe in luck. Matter of fact, he'd go to roping, and if he won the jackpot that night at the jackpot roping, somebody would say, "Hey, you sure was lucky tonight." He'd say, "I wasn't lucky. I brought old Luck with me over in that horse trailer." So he gives the credit to his horse, but Anyway, he wasn't giving it credit to luck. It wasn't luck. It was skill and training and a good horse and all that. So they say put your hats upside down or you pour your luck out. But there is a good reason for not putting your hat on the brim, because you see, you want your brims to be slightly down a little bit. You want them to be, even this one right here, I like it to come down just a little. I'll heat it up and do that later with the steam kettle. And if you put it in your original hat, it'll be put in there upside down anyway. That's about the best way to keep it. Now, you lay it like this. If you lay it like this, you'll make that curl up, and it will curl up till it looks like a ducktail on the back of it. And also the front, where you got your natural dip here, that will be up because you laid it flat. Now, just a minute or two, yeah, that don't hurt. I mean, you know, but you just get in the habit of laying that. Some say, well, you laid it on in your video. No, I didn't. On the hat over here, I had a towel wrapped up, and it was laid right through the middle of it like that right there. And that one back on the guitar case was laid on in the band inside the hat. I don't ever block my hats up where that bill will turn up or be straight up. So I do it like that right there. And the best reason to not put it upside down or right side, the best way to lay it is upside down so your brim don't get messed up. I'll get it out here in a minute. I thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is just a little bit on hat etiquette. I might have got off the subject a little bit there, but that's most of the reasons why we wear them the way we do, why we do them the way we do. So mind your manners. Wear a hat. Come here, Rowdy. Oh, he's done sound asleep. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate you watching the video.